Strange-SOS-Text-Part-2. I took a few deep breaths, forcing myself to stay calm, and finally found the keys, handing them to David. David shot me an irritated glance, likely thinking I was taking too long, but he didn't say anything and turned to open the door. Chloe's house was dark, and the sharp, metallic scent made it hard to breathe. I stared at the closed door, an inexplicable panic gripping me, as if some monstrous beast was about to leap out from the darkness. I clutched James's arm tightly, hoping it would somehow comfort me. When the door swung open, David stepped inside first, fumbling for the light switch in the living room. What I saw in the center of the room would haunt me forever. Chloe was dead. In her own living room, in a grotesquely violent manner. She was nailed to a cross in a kneeling position, her face mutilated, and her body stabbed numerous times, blood splattered everywhere. I screamed in terror and nearly collapsed. Fortunately, James caught me just in time and pulled out his medication, handing it to me. After taking the pills, I felt a bit better, but I was still sobbing uncontrollably. It's all my fault. I came too late. If I'd come earlier. David stood a few feet away, shooting me a glare. The killer is exceptionally brutal. If you'd arrived sooner, there would have been another body to contend with. I felt sheepish. David always had a sharp tongue, just like before. That was just typical. The police quickly cordoned off the area with tape. The officer who went to review the footage returned empty-handed. The cameras nearby were damaged. I sat dazed on the steps, feeling lost. To lose my best friend like this, at home, was unbearable for anyone. While I was lost in thought, a furry head suddenly appeared in front of me, startling me out of my wits. Thankfully, James was right there, pulling me into his embrace. "Come back, you silly dog," David called sternly. I realized it was just a police dog. "I'm sorry, Emma is scared of dogs. Could you please keep it on a tight leash?" I heard James's displeased voice. David held the leash, casting me a contemplative glance. I imagined he was thinking about when I had started fearing dogs. After all, back when we dated, we had adopted a puppy together. But people change. As the one who reported the incident, David proceeded to question me alone. "What was your relationship with the deceased, Chloe Harris?" "She's my best friend." I thought, he should know this without asking, considering we were all secondary school classmates, and I've been closest to Chloe since then. Rather than saying she was my best friend, I should say she was my only friend.